Yeah, so initially when we first built Wendal, so Wendal, think about it as a advanced data collection platform like a Survey Monkey. You can build your own questionnaires, do skip logic, weighting, automatically reweights based on some outcomes data that you layer in. So really sophisticated, but we didn't have any way of assessing team. So we were collecting financials. We were asking some qualitative questions like the Heinz dilemma. I'm not sure if you've heard of that, but it's, a loved one's dying. Would you steal a drug or not? And so it kind of gets to ethics and some other. So we mined Harvard Business School, Stanford, anything that was assessing what makes a successful entrepreneur. And even collecting some other data. How many times have you founded a startup? Is this your first time? So anything that had been published that maybe had some correlation to success. So that's all in Wendal still, but we didn't have a way to measure who the person was. And so we spent about 8 months completing different behavioral assessments from DISC to Myers-Briggs, predictive index, and landed on one we really liked. It's called Culture Index. Super quick, really accurate data. And kind of went to them, could you build an API or could we do some sort of partnership to layer you into Wendal? They're kind of heavily on the consulting angle and not as much on the tech. So they just kind of ignored us. And so we ended up building our own off of similar. There's research done in the 60s. I won't get us in too much detail, but it's the framework for a lot of different assessments. I'd say at least 10 use this 60s research that kind of asked people, 20,000 US citizens, how they responded to different words, and found that there are about 170 to 180 words that people responded to uniquely different. And that's what fuels how people are different and grouped into profiles. So we spent 6 months building our own solution, heavily focused on the software side. We wanted a super quick, accurate input that could be infinitely scalable. And so that's kind of how we ended up creating our own